I've been thinking about it a lot today, um, and I really, I really am just like, I'm baffled how people come up with this. Oh, Yahusha nailed Torah to the cross, and he perfected Torah so that we don't have to. I, I'm, I'm trying to make that make sense, and trying to figure out what is the logic behind that, and how it could even, you know, how anyone could ever even come to that conclusion based on what scriptures say. And I just can't figure it out. Like, if somebody out there knows why people have this, or why people think this way, and have this uh, perspective on what Scripture says, I would love for them to come and fill me in on how they come to that conclusion. Because when I read through Scriptures, when I read it from the front to the back, I don't see that in there anywhere. Matter of fact, I see the exact opposite. And here's another thing about that really doesn't make sense. If you just think about it, if you think about it logically, and you really try to just think it through, and make it make sense to you, the thing about saying that doesn't make sense, there's kind of two things about that doesn't make sense. For one, you're removing the power of what he did. You're saying that what he did wasn't as powerful as it was, so you're saying it's basically of no effect. And then the second aspect of that is you're basically saying that he removed the blessing. And another side of that thing, or another side of that, all that is, nowadays people look at Torah as if it's a burden, and it's so hard to do, it's impossible to do. And that you have a lot of people out there that say, oh, 613 laws, you can't keep all of them. And I often laugh when I hear people saying that, because it just shows how ignorant they are. Because if they really believe that there's 613 laws that they have to keep, they obviously haven't read their Bible, and they don't have a clue. They obviously don't have a clue about Torah, and what scriptures and what commands are to what people. Like, for instance, in Torah, the entirety of Torah was not to everybody. Like for example, there are commands in there that are specifically to the priests. There's commands in there that are specifically to farmers. There's commands in there that are specifically to men, or to women, or to the Levites, or to slaves, or so on and so forth, to children, so on and so forth. And so by saying you can't keep all 613 commands, what you're really saying is I don't have a clue what the 613 commands are, so I'm just going to throw out that number and make myself look smart, because I know, approximately how many commands are in there, even though actually it's not 613, because how they come up with that number is they take a lot of commands and they break them into multiple commands, and then they add the number together and make it sound fancy. Oh, it's 613, you can't keep them all. Well, really it's deception. It's Satanism. It's a way to keep you from following what Yahusha did in his life. It's a way to keep you from living in a blessing. It's a way to keep you from having health. It's a way to keep you from living in abundance. It's a way to keep you from having a full, amazing life. Torah was given as a blessing. He even says, when he hands down Torah and he gives out the commands, he says, I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Choose the path of life, that you may live, and live in fullness, with peace, and in health. And he says that if you follow the commands that I have given to each of you, whatever commands pertain to you, whether they're commands to a man or commands to everyone or commands, to whatever commands pertain to you and your situation. Those are the commands that you're supposed to follow. Not all 613, and I say that with air quotes because there's not 613 people. I don't even know how this number even, I do know how it got circulated, but it's just baffling to me that this is how far people will go to try to avoid keeping something that's going to bless them. It's like, oh yeah, Yahusha came down here and he died and he allowed himself to be sacrificed and murdered so that he could remove a blessing from us. I mean, come on, people. Are we really that dumb nowadays? We live in the age of information. We live in the age to where literally all the knowledge is right at your fingertips. And people are dumber now and just unable to be taught and just so deceived that it baffles me. It baffles me. Study to show yourself approved. Don't just regurgitate what you hear. Don't just believe everything you hear. Test the spirit. Test everything, as Paul says. Make sure that you know from where it come from. Make sure, did it come from him? Because to the Torah and to the testimony, if they do not speak according to these, it's because they have no truth in them and there is no light in them. So, if it doesn't line up with what the Torah says and to the testimony of Yahusha, then that's because there is no truth in them and there is no light in them, and they are deceiving you and leading you to a curse and to hell fire. Come out of her, my people.